Today we're looking at how you can easily pass your profit accounts, either your challenge or evaluation phases, with just one simple trade. Welcome back to the channel today. Today, like my intro said, we'll be looking at how you can easily pass your profit challenges with some simple trades. And I'll be using a trade I took on my 100k account which helped me pass my phase 1 to explain directly to you. You remember I made a video talking about how I got funded, the trades I took which helped me pass my 50k account, and then I also made a video on my first withdrawal on the 50k account as well. You remember I also talked about planning on boosting my profit account portfolio. So I also went ahead and then got a 100k account, passed it with just one simple trade, which was on a Euro USD pair I traded. This strategy is something I've actually used before, but we're going to go back on it and I'm going to explain to you in detail how you can easily just take your time, wait for the market to get to your key levels, find your entries, wait for your confirmations, take your trades, wait for just a simple movement, and then you are good to go. I've received my emails confirming that I've actually passed my phase 1, so I'm on to phase 2. All I need to make on this phase 2 is $4,000. Think about this. All you need to make on your phase 2 is make 4%, which is about $4,000. So without wasting my time, let's jump right onto the chart. Let me explain to you where I got this setup, how I took this trade, and then the confirmation that helped me know exactly when the market was going to move in my favor. All I used to pass this profit account was my trend line strategy. And then guys, it's not just lip service, it's not just theoretical, it actually works practically. So you want to take your time, pay close attention to every single concept I make mention of here, because you're going to actually need it in your entire trading journey. And you remember what I said about my trend line strategy. All I need to succeed with my trend lines is my first touch, my second touch, and then I use my third touch to find an entry. And then at the third touch, I'm now waiting to see whether the market is actually going to be a breakout for a continuation, which I can trade with, or it will be a reversal. So guys, before we go on, as I always say in every video, I need you to please pause, take some time, and then subscribe to this channel. I need you to hit the subscribe button, also click that notification bell so you get notified anytime I go live or drop a video on YouTube. I also need you to smash that like button for the algo so this video gets recommended to as many retail traders as possible. So guys, like I said, with my trend line, all I need is my first touch, second touch, and then with my third touch for entry. So you can clearly see I had my trend line from the bottom here. This is the inception of this particular trend. Now my second touch is here. A lot of traders make mistakes and then try to force trades at the third touch, but this is not the third touch. It didn't hit it, and I use my wicks as my point of reference. So my point A is here, point B is here, and then I'm basically waiting for my point C. So now the market gets extremely close to our trend line and then leaves. You remember what I always say? What I always do is I mark out my resistance, my most recent high, my support, my most recent low within the week as well. And then I wait and see how the market will actually react to all these key levels. So what do? I simply just wait and see how the market does. And you remember one thing I always make mention of, I use alerts to help me know exactly when the market actually gets to my key level. So now I can easily just click on my trend line, then I just come here, then I set alert. You can make your alert name third touch, whatever name you want to give to it, just place it on it. And the moment the market gets to that key level, you're actually notified on this trade. So what happens next? We realize that now we just wait for the market to react. So it finally smashes our trend line. And you can clearly see we have an amazing point of reference between the third touch and then the supports we have here as well. What we want to see next is what candlestick actually confirms. It's extremely important you pay attention to every single thing I'm talking about. So now I'm now looking at what candlesticks will actually help me know exactly when the reversal is about to happen. A lot of traders instantly come and buy, but I always want to take out the psychological stress, the drawdowns and all of that. So I wait to get precise entries with my candlestick confirmations. So now I wait for the next candle. You see another smaller bearish candle. We don't have any bullish candle. There is no bullish presence on this trade we have here. Now let's look at what the next candle does. You realize that if we decided to buy at the bottom here, this thing will be stressing us out all the way down. So now what do we want? The next candle finally gives us what we might call our confirmation. So this candlestick confirmation is what I like to call the bullish engulfing. So once you have a strong bullish candle covering up a smaller bearish candle, it's called a bullish engulfing. So once I have that, now my entry price here, stop loss at the bottom of the range. You realize we are risking about 35 pips on this setup. So you realize that now my entry price was here. I know long term I'm expecting to get here. I even had a resistance trend line coming all the way from up here, but I'm not going to talk about that now. I want to just explain to you how I passed my profit with this simple trade. So now what do we have? We want to see how many pips it will take for the market to get to the particular point we have up there. Here to here alone is about 70 pips. It means that realistically you can just target 70 pips for this trade because you are targeting the market to at least get here. What do I always say you do before you take any trade? You know where your stop loss needs to be, you know where your take profit needs to be. Now you want to know how much you actually want to risk on this trade. So let's say, for example, you have a 10K account, and then you know on a 10K account you're not supposed to lose 5% in a day. So 5% on the 10K account is how much? $500. Overall drawdown for that 10K account as well is 12%. It means that you can also not lose 12%. So overall drawdown, let's make it OD, daily limit 500, and then the balance is 10,000. So now it means that you're not supposed to risk more than what? $500 on this setup in a day. And then what's your stop loss? 34 pips. So now calculate how much you want to actually risk on this trading position. I'm trying to buy Euro USD. So I look for Euro USD, go to the lot size calculator, how much I'm actually risking. Stop loss is 34 pips. Let's say 35 pips. Then what's your account balance? 10,000. Then your risk, you can choose to make it amount or percentage. It's all up to you. So let's say if you're risking 5%, that's $500. So now you hit calculate and it tells you what lot size you should actually use on this setup to make you risk that particular amount of money. It means that if you risk 1.4 lots and it hits your stop loss, you lose $500. So now I come back here. I know that on my MT4 or my MT5, your lot size is the 1.4 we've actually gotten here. So now what's our lot size? 1.4. So if you use 1.4 as your lot size, if it hits your stop loss, you lose on this trade. Then now let's go to the profits calculator as well. Let's go to the profits calculator. So on a profits calculator, Euro USD, we are buying. What's our lot size? 1.4. What's our opening price? 1.0814. Then what's the closing price? 1.0887. What do we do next? You hit calculate. It means that once you hit calculate, what do you make on it? $1,000. Your profit target on it is 8% for your phase one. So if it's 8%, how much does it mean you need to make? You need to just make $800. You need to just make $800. You realize that you exceed it with just this trade, which is exactly what happened to me. So now, based on your account balance, you decide what lot size and how much you want to risk on this trade. So use these calculations anytime you want to trade your profit account. Know how much you want to risk. So I actually believed extremely in my trading setup, so it didn't matter what I was actually risking on it. I knew that risking everything, risking this 35 pips on it was going to make me exactly what I wanted to make. So let's look at the next candle. It smashed it, went all the way up. You realize that what, even though it didn't hit my take profits initially, that price alone took it exactly past my 8%, and then I made my profit on it exactly as you can see. My take profit was way ahead of that. I actually would pass the profit extremely easy because what, it was a solid trading setup I took. So let's look at how it continued after that. Then it started consolidating. But at that point, we had already passed our Profim. I basically received the email from the Forex funder telling me I'd actually passed my Profim. I sent me credentials on my phase 2, and I've logged in, as you can clearly see, which I'm now about to also target, waiting for the best possible setups to trade on this particular account as well. This is how you should actually trade your Profim account. And I hope this video was extremely helpful for you, as all my other videos have actually been. Before I leave you, the Forex funder is actually running another promo. For this discount offer, you actually get 50% off on the price purchase of your particular funded account, and you also get 150% refund when you are funded. Then you receive your first payout. It means that buying an account for $100, after getting your $100 when you are funded, and then you get your first profit split, you also get another extra $150 in addition to the $100 used to procure that particular account. In addition, you also get paraphernalia or merch from the Forex funder. So this might include caps, t-shirts, hoodies. What you need to do to enjoy this discount offer is to enter promo code TFF50M, all caps. Promo code TFF50M to get access to this discount. 50% off, 150% refund, and then some merchandise from the Forex funder as well. Sometimes you don't need too many trades to pass your profit account. If you want to go the aggressive route, make sure you calculate your risk, make sure you calculate your profits, set realistic targets, and you can easily pass that particular account. So if you want me to shoot more videos like this, you know what to do. Hit that like button so the video is actually recommended to as many struggling retail traders as possible. You want to also subscribe to this channel, join the family on YouTube. Also hit the notification bell so you get notified anytime I go live or drop a video on YouTube. You also want to keep up with me on my socials, Snapchat, TikTok, Telegram, Instagram, Twitter as well. KOMMONFOREX on all platforms. Hit the link in my description to also join the KOMMONFOREX trading community on Telegram. Like I say, we are fast approaching the 14,000 subscriber mark. I send free signals there on a daily basis as well. So you want to also join this community. You actually get my videos on there first before it even drops on YouTube. So you want to join the community. If you're here and you're not in the community, hit the link in my description to also join the community. If you want to also purchase an account with the Forex Finder, there's also a link in my description which takes you straight to the dashboard where you can procure your account. Enter promo code TFF50M to get access to this February discount as well. As always, thank you for joining me in this one. See you in the next one.